It's match 12, Day 3 of the 2025 Zenith Women's Basketball League, the last match for the day. It's another do or die affair, yeah? My name is Ariola Mojua and I have Farah Shade here with me. And we'll be kicking this off from 5 minutes left on the clock. Farah, welcome. How are you doing?
Nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
So what is at stake here? Bragging rights, pride?
Oh yeah, bragging rights for First Bank. They alongside Dolphins will be the only teams with a 100% record in the prelim stage. And for Air Warriors, it's been able to say they came here and they were able to at least get one win under their belt. Last year they were unable to compete because they had an accident on their way here.
Yeah.
And this year they're giving us a good show. There's been talk about the team not being readily prepared. People will say it's nobody's business, but I mean, excuses will be excuses. But they've come here, they've given us a decent showing. I mean, they have an experienced coach. Coach Owolo is on their bench, former First Bank coach, former MFM coach, also a coach in Benin, in the Beninois League. He comes with loads of experience, also a former national team coach. And then on the other bench, we have Coach Julie and Coach Sheung. Coach Julie is the under-19 coach for Nigeria. And the game has started off pretty well for Warriors. It's 5-4, early days yet, but I mean, bragging rights are nothing to play with. People do not want to go back home and say we didn't win any game.
Yeah. Onabi Jessica, Ayodeji Olarewaju, Christopher Elizabeth, and Joseph Benson. Those are the 5 players on the court right now for Coach Julie's First Bank. And for the Air Warriors, like Farah said, they were not here last edition due to an accident on their way to the competition. 5 players on the court for Air Warriors. There is Kwengo Mary, Joseph Bossi, there is Andy Francis, started the previous game yesterday for them too. And Prosper Deborah, who actually had a good game in their first game. And Ernest Favor.
Yeah, the latest sub for First Bank came on and shot a 3 almost immediately. I think that was a travel call. The First Bank are slowly starting to distance themselves from the Air Warriors. Smart timeout called by the Air Warriors coach. Before the league gets out of hand, they quickly called the sub. With the Air Warriors, you can see plenty of talented players, just inexperience. On the other side, I mean, the MFM boasts of a very, very experienced side, all around the tooth, from coaching down to the last players. But I mean, the experience comes in handy in games like this. As it stands now, MFM have already, First Bank have won 2 games already and have qualified for the next stage. They will be joined by the Aces,
MFM
on their side, and MFM and Dolphins from the other side. So usually it's the first from one group against the second, and vice versa. So it's seeming like First Bank will be playing. If they win this game, they will be playing MFM in the semi-finals. That would be a very, very interesting one to watch. And on the other side, we should be expecting a game between the Royal Aces and Dolphins. Thus far, I think the Dolphins have been the best team and the team to beat in this tournament.
How do you fancy the Royal Aces' chances?
So the Royal Aces haven't. They lost one game yesterday and they lost to First Bank, and I would say that loss was more of them beating themselves than First Bank actually beating them. With 2 seconds on the shot clock, decision making was shady. Players were a bit too lax with how they guarded the ball, and they turned over the ball with less than a minute on the clock. They lost by 2 points in a game where they should have at least tied the game and taken us to overtime. So looking at the players they have, I mean, they have easily one of the best rebounders in the tournament, Gideon Bidemi.
Yeah.
And then the guard play from Mufetu is spectacular. And then the combination of Favor also at the second forward spot makes sure that we have size to counter the size of Awele and Zainab from the offense. But the problem for Royal Aces will be how they manage the guard play of Tewo Bade Mololua and Anari Favor. Those two, the tandem of them can only be matched by the two from the MFM. So that game will be a very interesting game to watch. I mean, for whatever talent the Aces might lack on the bench, I think coaching might help them step up. That would be also a very interesting game to watch.
So just as Bird, you do not want to miss the semi-final of the Women's Basketball Final 8 because it is a locked and loaded, packed games tomorrow. And the first game tomorrow kicks off by 2 p.m.
Yes. So if you've been watching the games from the comfort of your office on your mobile phones or on laptops, tomorrow you'll be able to catch at least one of the semi-finals in the evening. You can come to the indoor sports hall, National Stadium, Surulere. Come catch us here. You can see Ariola live. I mean, if you want to get signatures, tomorrow will be your chance. And most especially, come and enjoy quality basketball. The stands are clean. Zenith Bank has done a fantastic job alongside the MFM of preparing us for a fantastic showdown of basketball. So please come over, come tomorrow, come and watch and appreciate quality basketball. Good things about Final 8 and the knockout stages of the tournament is that by that time we would have cleaned the shaft from the actual protein, or how they call it, from wheat itself. Tomorrow you would get nothing but quality basketball. First Bank seem to be turning it on, scoring under the bucket baskets. Their offense has been unusually shaky today. They're usually a methodical half-court offense, but today they've been, I think because of the opposition, they've had to rush things up. But it's still 10-14, and both teams are looking like they want to play quality basketball today.
And it's 1 minute 41 seconds left on the clock, and two players are coming in for the Air Warriors right now. They're trailing by 4 points. And for Air Warriors, Yoa Hodion and Adese Ene are the players. Oyokonka Nkem was one player that had a good game for Air Warriors yesterday. I think she's easily differentiated with her low-cut blonde hair.
One of the basketball lovers, female basketball. This is yesterday Africa Red. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for us. Thank you for your time now.
Papa's also my bag of joy. And
We saw a player of the Air Warriors take an unfortunate stumble. She had a mismatch and tried to post at a defender up, but she stumbled. Good shooting from from the first bank girls. They haven't missed a jumper from mid-range all game.
Yeah, that was good one from
yeah,
Nabi
yeah.
Jessica.
Yeah, so essentially they're taking what the defense of the Air Warriors is giving them. They're not rushing shots and they're being patient. Unlike the Air Warriors, they are forcing up shots 2-on-1. Okoro Naomi is a very diminutive player. I think she's probably the shortest player on the court, but she more than makes up for it with her speed and her dexterity with both hands. I think she's ambipedal and she shows it. She's able to score with both hands with ease, and she's also a good mid-range shooter.
I mean, they tell you that if you're not tall enough, you cannot make it in basketball. But players like Naomi, players like Wando, they've defiled
All odds. But the thing is, height in female basketball is, especially in Nigeria, is not a big thing.
Yeah.
So if you're not the tallest person, at least you should be the most mobile person. Be the best with your hand, be the best shooting the ball, and be the best with decision making. And the not so tall people have done that.
In due time, I will announce the takeoff from the teams, from the officials. As soon as we are set, it's just the end of the first quarter. This is celebrating the beauty of the preliminary stage of the 2025 NBBF Women's Basketball League.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's the second quarter of match 12 here at the Indoor Sport Hall, the National Stadium. First Bank, 17 points to Air Warriors, 13
Get
points.
out. Fantastic block there. You see, the Air Warriors are not letting up. They're not letting up.
And Maryland with that block. Okoro Naomi. Ball in for Maryland, and she attempted that shot will not go in. And Ayode Jolarewaju lost the ball. Utuyon Konkem.
Fantastic player. Fantastic player. She scored the last three, and she's been putting a lot of pressure on the defense of First Bank. She doesn't look like she can be guarded, and I don't think she particularly cares if there's anybody trying to stay in front of her. She's always headed to the rim, and she goes there with a lot of force. She missed the first free throw.
And Oyoko came with the second free throw for Air Warriors. And beautiful rebound. Okoro Naomi on the ball, made that pass to Daphne, and Daphne attempted a three. That was not successful. Vega Joy gave the pass to Daphne. Daphne to Naomi.
She got fouled on that. The Vega Joy, a lot of experience there, at least 7 to 8 years of Premier League, the Premier League experience. Women's experience. Passing the ball as a defender, sometimes scoring, and her ability to keep her head on a swivel. We never see her quit the dribble at half court. She's always the floor general that team needs. She's a great addition, for First Bank.
You look at this First Bank team, even with the fact that they were disbanded earlier on this year, they still and another free throw missed. Coach Julie coming on board has been able to put these girls together. There are some old faces also with them from the previous year. And Vega Joy missed the free throws. This game looks like a very close game.
Oh, it is a close game. But experience eventually should come in, and then First Bank is expected to, create a good distance between themselves and the Air Warriors. Problem with playing games like this is if it stays too close for too long, the smaller side begins to have confidence that they can actually win or pull off a shocker.
And now be Jessica with that rebound.
Ooh.
All the way through.
Oh, she should have scored. She should have scored.
Marilyn missed a second chance point. Marilyn with another miss.
There's something in basketball called knowing your limitations and playing to your strength. Fantastic pass.
And that wasn't came.
She should have rewarded her with a bucket there. That was a fantastic drive and kick.
Could have been a good assist.
Oh, fantastic assist. Easy peasy.
Jessica.
This is her forte.
Jessica to Marilyn.
That was a scary fall there.
Prosper Deborah. Passed the ball to Kim and was stolen.
Good steal.
By Ayode Jolare Waju, who went on to put it in the basket. Then she gave us the Wakanda Forever celebration.
More like she wanted to take it off. She looks tired. But that's the thing with coaches. I like old school coaches. You don't tell them when to stop. They tell you when you're coming to the bench. Good defense there. The defense by First Bank in the last 2.5 minutes has been very stout. No open buckets, no easy buckets. And the experience there by Marilyn. Subs now. Ayodeji finally gets the sub she was looking for.
The Air Warriors have Ioha Odion and Pegwa Mary. and Ada Jolinda all coming on. First Bank also getting players in. Joseph Benson. Will Abel Marvelous.
Oh, First Bank is actually playing full court press. Let's see if the Air Warriors are press resistant.
Now Jessica has been taken off. Air Warriors with the ball now.
You can see First Bank with good denial. They're making sure for the point guard of Air Warriors, and they forced her almost into a bad shot. I think someone bailed her out with a bad foul.
And a substitution for Air Warriors, Emmanuel Kashan. Had a good game for the Air Warriors yesterday. And free throws by Penguin Mary, 2 free throws. 1 missed already, taking the second one.
Another, okay. I thought we were about to see another missed free throw. It's a 9-point game. First Bank have slowly separated themselves, and now they have a comfortable 9-point lead. Yes, I said 9 points is comfortable, and that's because of how First Bank has played. I could have sworn that was a foul on Marilyn.
And Obel Marvelous is now on the court for the Air Warriors. Pengo Mary tried to run through the defense. Yes!
Good jump shot there. Good jump shot there. Stopped on the dime and pulled up there.
Finally for the Air Warriors. They've gotten in Pengo Mary.
Block shot there.
And Joseph Benson was attempting in the shot ball.
Oh, kick out. Wide open.
Kashan.
No, okay.
Kashan missed.
That would have been a good bucket. There.
Marilyn once again getting the point from under the bucket for First Bank. They're now 25-16.
Oh,
Trying
good box
a
out
one
there.
and 3-pointer, but unfortunately she missed.
And then she turned over the ball with an intended pass to Marilyn.
Penguin.
The First Bank girls look visibly tired and fatigued. I think substitutions will help, or timeouts should be called. We're seeing mistakes only made when there's fatigue.
Biega Joy pass to Joseph Benson to Abel Marvelous, who might attempt to shoot, but no. She gave the ball to Kende Jason Tokumi instead. Joy Biega now shoots. Penguin.
Wow, good crossover.
And Kashan.
She has a very awkward 3-point shot. Almost as if
She's attempted that for the second time since she came on, and she's missed.
Very awkward 3-point shots. Something like a catapult motion shot.
Substitutions in for both Air Warriors and First Bank, and timeout called by the Air Warriors coach. You're still watching the 2025 Zenith Women's Basketball League Final 8, Match 12 on One Sports TV, your home for premium basketball action. We're live at the Indoor Sport Hall, the National Stadium in Surulere, Lagos. Stay tuned.
the press. Wetin you dey talk? Wetin concern you with my problem?
Do you know what is wrong with them? PTS. Of the Air Warriors, 3 minutes left on the clock, and Bega Joy Ayode Jolari Waju is back on the court for First Bank. We also have Christopher Elizabeth back. It's not looking like a game of size between the two teams. I mean, you look at the players on the court right now, mostly of equal sizes. And a free throw for First Bank will be taken by Joseph Benson. Welcome back, Farah.
Oh, thank you. Aaron, you looked at that scoreboard, and what comes to your head first? Do you think it's going to be a runaway win for First Bank? Or do you think the Air Warriors are going to give us a game in the second half of the game?
So I think we're going to see something different from the Air Warriors in the second half. But I think I can confidently predict that First Bank will get the win away from this one today. So that is what it looks like anyways.
Well, I mean, if I thought anything different, it just changed after this bucket. They played good defense, but allowed the First Bank girls to get their own rebound.
That's Christopher Elizabeth.
The defense doesn't end until you catch the rebound. You have to complete the entire cycle by playing good defense, forcing a bad shot, contesting on a good shot, and making sure you catch the rebound. At some point, I'm sure the Air Warriors coach is going to call his number 8 and ask her to stop shooting 3-point shots. First of all, the catapult-like motion isn't helping anything, and the fact that she's not even touching the rim makes it difficult for anybody to rebound.
And Kashan tried shooting like that yesterday, and she was a bit successful.
People forget sometimes that basketball is a game of numbers. I mean, that's why we see percentages and we check numbers on where we're most efficient from and where we're not shooting well from. And I don't think the coach was listening to me because she's still on the court. Kasham, is that what you call her?
Yeah, Kasham.
Yeah, Kasham. I think Kasham needs to do better with her shot selection. Maybe use
Manuel
her
Kasham,
size.
yeah.
Use her size and try to get inside and closer to the rim.
And we've seen substitution for Air Warriors, but it's not Kashan. That was a good steal there from Christopher Elizabeth. She's come on to this game for First Bank, and she's done a lot defensively and offensively.
Pass. Fantastic basketball there.
Timely.
Now it's
passing.
a 14-point game.
And Iyuko Nkem Once again, trying to run through the defense, but she takes the shot.
there. Turnaround shot, reminiscence of a brother of mine. His name is JJ. That's his type of shot, jump stop and turn around
And
jump shot.
Kasha needs to be careful. She needs to be careful with her aggression. Christopher Elizabeth with that pass. Joseph
block.
Benson.
Good defensive recovery there. I mean, we're seeing fantastic footwork in this game. Good rebound.
And Kenneth Jason Tofumi almost got something with that ball.
Elizabeth Christopher has been a very good side for sore eyes for First Bank.
Yeah.
She's got 4 offensive rebounds in this half alone, and she's made sure missed buckets haven't gone without getting replacements or the ball back. I thought that was a shooting foul. Apparently, just a normal foul. Wide open 3, she missed.
Kenneth Jason Tofumi, another 3 missed, and Yoko came controlling the crowd here. She definitely knows how to direct the traffic.
Yeah, she's a big guard. And I mean, her command of the offense isn't bad at all. I just think she's getting caught up in too many forced shots. I mean, you shouldn't be taking shots over a double team. Whenever there are 2 players on you, it means one of your teammates is open, and rotating the ball will get someone a wide open shot. It's a free. We're at the line with 6.9 seconds left. First Bank is up by 14, and I think this is how they envision the first half to go.
Yeah.
Or probably better, but I mean, I'm sure they'll take a 14-point lead into the half.
And Andy Francis with the free throws. Unfortunately, she missed the 2 free throws. And 3-point attempt.
I was almost served my first buzzer beater. Yeah, I was almost served my first buzzer beater. Now we're in the half. First Bank 30, Air Warriors 17. As we go into the half, what do you expect, Ariola?
I expect Coach Julie coming into the 3rd quarter to find a way to make sure that the 3s Jason Tofumi is missing. Is it that she target the basket well, or she stopped taking the 3s?
All right. But the
And
thing is,
for Air Warriors, I think it's done and dusted. Like you said, the First Bank ladies look quite tired. Hopefully the 10 minutes for the break would give them the much needed energy to come back into this game and continue riding the momentum. But for Air Warriors, I really do believe this is the best we're going to see from them in this game.
Well, I hope we see better, even though I think it's fair to say First Bank will be the winners of this game. I mean, for the spectators and viewers watching from home and fans of one sports TV, they'd like to see a game, and I hope they give us a game. We'll let you guys have a quick 8-minute break, and we'll see you at the start of the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back to the second half of the last game of match day 3 here at the Indoor Sports Hall of the National Stadium, Surulere, Lagos. You're currently watching the game between the First Bank and Air Warriors. This is merely a placement game. First Bank are currently 2-0, while Air Warriors are currently 0-2. With a victory here today, First Bank would cement their place in first position in Group A, while a victory for Air Warriors would only leave them in fourth position in the group. It's currently 32-17, a 15-point lead for First Bank here. And I will not be doing this alone. I'm Adjoele Abayami, and I'm here with Pinero, Farah. Welcome, Farah.
Once again, nice to join us. Welcome to the second half of the game. First Bank have jumped up to a 14-point lead early in the half. Ibiaga Joy and Moelin have had a good handle on this game. And we see the first turnover from Ibiaga Joy.
Just yesterday, I was saying the front office of the First Bank did some really great job putting this team together. Team is quite very balanced with size, experience. Maybe they can make do with some couple of extra shooters. Talking of shooters, Daphne just hit with 3 points to further this lead to 17. Yoko Nkem tried her own 3, but it hits the rim. Joy Ibiaga.
Big rebound there. Mary Pengwa has been a very good player this game. Catching rebounds, dishing assists. Just a bit unsure with the ball. But I mean, she's been very useful for the Air Warriors.
With 17 points and less than 8 minutes left in this third quarter, you can see the First Bank team running beautiful plays, moving for the screen, looking for the easy and the freest person to get the passes. The ball movement from the team has been elite, and that's only what you can expect when you have a veteran guard. Enjoy orchestrating your play. Joseph Benson finds Daphne, sends a long one to Mavs. Would expect her to use the backboard there for an easy 2-point shot.
Fantastic bucket there by Yoko Nkem. She's been my best player, even though she's on the losing team. Her dexterity with both hands. I mean, and I'm the better player in basketball is not unusual, but her ability to use both hands without any sort of issues has been very useful. Also, there's the fact that the pressure defense that First Bank is playing them is not allowing them exit their own half or get into their motions early enough. So having someone that can beat pressure and be pressure resistant has been useful, even though they're not finishing on the boards.
Coupled with her ability to use both hands at any ends of the court, she also makes great use of her body when going into the paint. She's unstoppable. But basketball is not a one-man game.
Marilyn is as good as they get, for positioning for offensive buckets. I mean, she's always there. Her body is always between her man and the rim, and she's done a good job all day. I mean, I have to be honest about her. I cannot wait for the matchup between MFM and First Bank tomorrow. It's going to be very, very explosive.
Talking about the matchup between MFM and First Bank in the early hours of today, MFM confirmed their position in the Group B, coming second, only behind Dolphins. They lost to Dolphins on match day 1 with 10 points and made up for it in the second and third game with victories over Customs and victory, the sounding victory over Titans earlier today. And they will be forcing a potential matchup with First Bank in the semi-final. Funnily, if everything stays as it is currently, we will be seeing the 3 teams from the Atlantic Conference square up in the semi-final with just 1 team from the Savannah Conference. And the only team from the Savannah Conference that will be making it to the semi-final will be the Royal Aces, who only finished third in the Savannah Conference. And now they are the only team from that conference to make it to the semi-final. So potentially be seeing a matchup between First Bank and MFM and Dolphins up against Royal Aces. Who do you think would edge out from the 2 brackets?
Well, I have to wear my analyst hat and not wear my emotions on my sleeves. I'll be honest, I can't pick out a winner between the MFM, and the game between MFM and First Bank. I mean, MFM has easily the best shooting backcourt in the tournament. But what I've seen from First Bank is that they're very stout, in their backline. They're a good rebounding team, and they're experienced and sure-handed. So there will not be turnovers readily available for MFM to, profit off. But it's going to be a tough game because MFM can score points in a bunch. And when you have teams like that, high-scoring games are very, very possible. But with the defense that First Bank plays and the ability to pressure the opposition, it might reduce the scoring, efficiency of MFM. It's going to be a tough game. I'm not going to call a winner yet. I'd allow time help us with a winner. But if I had to say now and put my smart money, it will be on MFM.
For the matchup on MFM, for Dolphins and Royal Aces, I think it's going to be an easy sweep for the Dolphins against Royal Aces. However, it's a matchup that will be interesting between Awele, one of the most efficient and explosive rebounders you have in today's game, and Abidemi Ogedengbe. Talking about Abidemi, she had 20 rebounds today, in the early hours of today, which is the most by any player so far in this tournament. She picked up 13 defensive rebounds and 7 offensive rebounds. Awele, on the other hand, and also she has averaged a double-double all through the group stage.
There's a reason why Ogedengbe has been called the double-double queen wherever she's gone. And she has experience outside of the shores of Nigeria. She played recently in the Ivorian League, and I mean, her experience everywhere has never come without her being the double-double queen in any league. So, I mean, it's no surprise here that she's continuing with that here. And if the Aces have any chance of, upsetting the apple cart, it will be through whatever she does on the offensive boards and on the defensive boards, and also being a deterrence to anybody that will try to drive to the rim against the Aces.
And also talking about driving to the rim, it is not one area we've seen so much from the team from Ikeja. I mean, the Dolphins girls. They've been a shooting team to the point where the 2 of the leading 3-point shooters currently in the tournament are from Dolphins. Tewok Bade, Bololua, and Amdalat currently sit second and third in 3-point shooting, only behind you all know who, Wando Hembam. So everybody's looking forward for a rematch, a potential rematch in the finals between MFM and Dolphins. We want to see the threes fly everywhere, but for that to happen, they both need to surpass or go past their nemesis in the semi-final. The MFM is a quicker team, and I think that is where the First Bank team will struggle against MFM in terms of pace and shooting.
Good defensive possession for First Bank. Almost build their Warriors out by causing a silly foul. But I mean, the pressure defense, putting the ball handler constantly under pressure, has come through for them. And I have to give a shout out to give me 1 minute because it's failing me now. The shooter at the line, Naomi has been Okoro Naomi has been spectacular all tournament. She's what we call an energizer bunny off the bench. She's easily the quickest player with the ball at her hands, in this tournament, and her ability to get post to post quickly and then be a good decision maker passing wise has been very, very good for the first bank team. Another rebound there again from first bank. I mean, they're a team that is solidly built. Marilyn has been on the bench, but I mean, she's gotten more than adequate help from Christopher Elizabeth and Migbo Chiamaka. I mean, that just spells how properly built the team is. I once again repeat that I cannot wait for the matchup between First Bank and MFM. And my heart is with one team, but my brains, my mind, and everything I know about basketball are with you, the fans, expecting a good game. And I promise you will get a good game.
Definitely, the final 8 has not disappointed anybody's expectation. It's been one hell of a game after another. Talking of the teams who have thrived well in this tournament, big shout out to the Bayelsa Blue Whales. They made an incredible run with a record of 1-2. They only lost the game this morning against the Royal Aces in the last 2 minutes. They gave Royal Aces a run for their money. Perhaps they are the youngest team. They are the youngest team amongst the 8 teams in the league, and they gave it a good fight, surprisingly defeating Air Warriors, a no-name, a traditional name in the final 8, defeating Air Warriors by 18 points in match day 2. Kudos to Coach Tony Nelson and the coaching crew of Air Warriors. They can only get better for them. And
fantastic that's the game. Coast to coast by Ken. I mean, it's been a theme all tournament. People making good moves, but not finishing at the rim. I mean, I think overall the quality of basketball could be better.
Onabio Jessica.
Good bucket there by Jessica.
Onabio Jessica currently leads all players in scoring in this particular game.
Guess what? She came off the bench.
I'm talking about the misses at the rim. Speaking to some of the coaches at the post-match conferences, they lamented the inability to have practice here on the court prior to their matches or prior to the commencement of the final 8. They say some of this inability to have these practices is one of the reasons why the players are still finding it hard to fully adapt to the floor, to the board. I know they didn't have access to this board all through the phase 1 and phase 2. The quality of the boards, the quality of the state infrastructure here present is what some of them are still struggling with. I don't know if you also buy into such sentiments.
A miss is a miss. All of those things are irrelevant. You have to score at the rim. All of what has been said is all irrelevant. That was almost a turnover. Good. But the shot clock is against you. Inkem has been quality all game. And then she gives another one up.
And Jesu Tofumi almost gave a response of hers from the 3-point line.
Speaking of which, about me, I was going to ask, is there Jesu Tofumi is our colleague Ariola's best player on First Bank team. First player Ariola would always say Jesu Tofumi needs to get good shots. I mean, she's getting them, she's just not scoring now.
But there are some also fantastic players on the First Bank's bench that we've not seen much of all season long. The likes of Olivia, who suited up for the Lagos State team at the National Sport Festival, where Lagos State finished second, only losing to, Wando and
Pius.
Wando and Dubamo Pius.
Of Bielsa.
And talking about MFM and Dolphins team, they've played so far this year. They've played 4 times, twice at the league phase. They also met at the annual MFM Dr. DK Lukoya basketball tournament. And in the 4 games they played, Dolphins have edged MFM 3-1. They also met in the final 8, and that led to the 3rd defeat.
I heard somebody in the MFM camp say that they know to prepare harder whenever they play Dolphins in the DK, Dr. DK, Mr. and Mrs. Olukoya basketball tournament. Imagine losing 3 times in your own tournament to a rival, city rival, but that has never deterred the MFM team. They usually come back and win the women's pro league, and they're hoping to do the same this year. But I mean, they'll have to jostle with Coach Julie and Coach Sheung heading the first band team.
But kudos to the management of the MFM basketball team, because if it were to be some other teams, having lost to your guest on multiple occasions, you would not want to invite them to your tournament again. People would likely want to do host and win, but they are not deterred, because Mr. Godwin says they are only using the tournament to get girls prepared for the bigger picture, which is the league. And also we're hoping to see MFM at the Continentals this year once again. Probably if they can make it past here, they will beef up properly for the Continentals. That's a block shot. Just talking about Olivia a few moments ago, and now she's on the court. And that's Naomi Okoro locates Olivia. Olivia finds Elizabeth Christopher, who turns over the ball. Coast to coast. Okoro facilitating play. Olivia sends for the 3-point shot. And she misses. And it's picked up by Air Warriors. Williams. Ogenekewe. You are Odion. Loses the ball. Olivia with the fast break. The left hand layup miss.
You know, it baffles me because the female game is a game that is largely played with fundamentals, because women are not as athletic as their male counterparts, so the game is built on fundamentals and understanding footwork, jump shots, scoring layups, all of the basics of the game. And the quality of fundamentals that's been on display here has been superb, I'll be very honest. Because I mean, we've seen plenty of misses at the rim, open buckets miss, free throw shooting has been terrible, if I must say so myself. But I mean, hopefully, like you said day one, maybe jitters from the tournament. Maybe that's what we're seeing. But as we get into the tougher stages, the knockout stages, where money is made, you know, we get to see quality basketball, not just for us as analysts, but for the fans watching at home and for those that will be in the stands for the final 2 days of the tournament.
Talking about the quality of the game, also it has to do with the amount of minutes you've put in. Most of the coaches lament preparation time, lament a lack of funding, adequate funding. Not so many teams have the capacity to pay players year round. Just a few of the teams here pay the players year round. Not lots of avenue for them to have a year-long league. And hopefully all of these things culminates in how they play on court. When they see the likes of Ogedengbe, You can see she's had so many minutes pumped into her, playing across, carrying her trade across various countries. She's pumped in quite a lot of minutes, and it shows. You can also see the likes of Mololu, Atewogbade, Wando, Pius. These girls have had lots of minutes from the National Sports Festival to the Under-19 World Cup, to the qualifiers first in the Under-19 World Cup. All those, you cannot buy it. You cannot give what you do not have. If you do not take this time to impute into yourself, you cannot give an output of what you do not have. So it's all about practice for them. And the more they practice, the more minutes they put into their system, the better they can only get on court. And with the scoreline now of 44-27, it's a 17-point game for First Bank. We can say this is almost done and dusted for First Bank.
I love the fact that you're a very, very positive person. But I don't think it's done. It's almost done and dusted. I think we were done and dusted at the end of the third quarter. At the end of the second quarter. But like you say, basketball is a game of runs. One good run from the Air Warriors and we might have a game. But if I had to bet my smart money, we should be prepared for the game tomorrow between MFM basketball team and First Bank basketball team.
MFM basketball team and First Bank basketball team. We await the draws. We await the release of the draws for tomorrow's match and time, which we will share as soon as it is released. But in case you are just joining this live stream, this is the final quarter of the last match of match day 3 between First Bank and Air Warriors, and it's First Bank 44, Air Warriors 27. And this is the final 8 of the 2025 Zenith Bank NBBF Women's Basketball League. And to also reiterate that the winner of this year's tournament will be going home with 7.5 million. The second place will go with 5 million. Third place, 3 million. The most valuable player will also go with 500,000 naira, while all other individual awards will go home with a whooping sum of 300,000 naira. Courtesy Zenith Bank. It's a bazaar of funding for Zenith, who also doled out 200 million naira to the D Tigers of Nigeria for winning a 7th Afro-Basket Championship. I'm talking of the team that won the Afro-Basket Championship, Amy Okonkwo, the captain of that team, also almost immediately after the Afro-Basket, got a hardship contract with the Dallas Wings that was converted or extended to an end of the season contract, and there she showed her mettle that averaging double digits in points and 2 steals per game. And she played alongside the Rookie of the Year, Paige Beckers.
Amy Okonkwo showed why she's 2-time MVP of the FIBA Afro Basket Women, and she was very impactful for the Dallas Wings. Like you said, average double-digit points, and she was a scoring force. And initially signed for just 7 days, she was extended to the end of the season. And I am certain that even if she doesn't return to the Dallas Wings, she will be on an NBA roster come next season.
Come next season, I hope the Dallas Wings would extend a better offer to our team captain, Amy Okonkwo. We also look forward to seeing more Nigerians make it to the WNBA. Last season, we saw Atlanta Dreams sign up Carl Zenith for also an hardship contract. And the Phoenix Mercury also signed up Mojanotu Musa from the French team earlier this season before she was waived in order to accommodate the Wanabona. And the Phoenix Mercury, talking about the Phoenix Mercury, they made a comeback and they are now tied for 1-1 in the playoffs against the Las Vegas Aces. And they're still talking about the WNBA. Paige Beckers was announced as the Rookie of the Year. But we all know she was going to win the Rookie of the Year. But at one point, will they begin to factor in winning records? Now Paige Beckers is only the first rookie of the year with under 10 wins in the WNBA or the NBA.
Oh, so the thing with setting records, you know how drafts are in American sports. The worst teams get the best players. Paige Beckers had the opportunity of playing with someone like Amy Okonkwo because of the amount of injuries the Wings had. I mean, she's undoubtedly the best rookie in the NBA, in the WNBA, and she was deservedly so given the Rookie of the Year award. I mean, for Rookie of the Year, there's only been a handful of rookies that went into winning situations, and she's unfortunately one of those that couldn't change the fortune of her team. I think she will impact winning eventually, but for now she has to manage what she has, and she's a deserving winner of the Rookie of the Year.
Deserving winner of the Rookie of the Year. Special shout out to our very own Kiki Iriafen. Also, hopefully one of these days she will be suiting up for the D-Tie Girls of Nigeria. I just picture in my head having Kiki Iriafen on my starting lineup, Amy Okonkwo, and one way or the other we are able to get Nneka Ogumike to join that lineup for the upcoming FIBA World Cup. It will be insane having a lineup of Amy Okonkwo, Kiki Iriafen, Nneka Ogumike, Kalu Uche. I think we need to get as many of our own as possible if we are going to be able to make that extra push into the next round at the FIBA World Cup and the upcoming Olympics game.
I mean, I mean, you're allowed to wish, pray, but I mean, there's no way we're getting that much talent. I mean, we just had one of the Ogumike sisters in Nigeria, and she was asked the question, "Why did you choose suit up for Nigeria?" Her answer was not convincing. But I mean, we know how helpful she would have been on the Tigers roster, and not just even for Africa, but for international bets or tournaments where we would need that firepower against bigger teams. The truth is, some of these people are trained. A lot of them are born there, so coming back to their country country of their parents, not theirs. Some of them are sometimes 3 generations removed. So you need a federation that's stable. You need basketball in a fantastic condition to get them to come back. We're lucky the Emi Okonkwo's of this world, the Ezine Kalus of this world, the Serial Gokes of this world decided to come back. I mean, if not, we would have been without quality star players. I look at the tournament. I look at the last tournament, and all I saw is fantastic players that have done the green, white, green, and played like they wanted to do the green, white, green. But the truth is, we only had 2 players on that roster that are truly Nigerians, true and true, and that was Ifeanyi Okoro and Murija Musa, because we watched them play here. We watched them go in Nigeria, and they're a part of the growth process. But at the end of the day, if you decide to play for the green, white, green, I will cheer you on. Even if you play for another country, knowing that we share blood indirectly, it will allow me to give you some sort of support until you come and play against my Nigeria.
Definitely giving you some sort of support. It's a 19-point game here at the Indoor Sports Hall with just 5 minutes and 36 seconds left in the final quarter. It's First Bank 15, Air Warriors 19. Talking about First Bank and Air Warriors, is it not surprising that the 2 names you mentioned at one point went against each other, with Muja Notu Musa playing on the Air Warriors team and Ifeanyi Okoro on the First Bank team, before Musa Muja Notu then crossed over to play for the First Bank team, where she and Ifeanyi led the team to multiple championships. And now we can see the transition from them to the league. However, they had to make a leap from Nigerian league to playing outside the country before they were able to get the calls to the Big Tigers, where it really showed. The experience they garnered outside of the country and the minutes that were pumped into them really showed, and they got enough minutes in the Tigers, and they were able to show to the world what they could do.
So the truth is there's a gulf in quality of basketball between the local league and some of the foreign leagues. And to be honest, all of the foreign leagues. And it shows when these people play together or when they're put in a camp. But with Ifunaya Okoro and Moja, the golf wasn't there. It wasn't as big as we were used to seeing. Moja is as good as anybody at rebounding. She's a fantastic defender, and she showed it. Same goes for what's her name? For Ifunaya Okoro. I mean, Ifunaya Okoro played for even MFM before she went to the big league. And now we're about to see the first bank team, despite already having a 20-point lead, bring on their entire starting five. And right now, don't you think teams are now, they're recognizing that there's money to be made from having, from winning these individual accolades at the tournament. So coaches usually who would rest their best players are having to, send them back into games just to start pad, so that they can get a chance to win the 500,000 naira that's at stake. Oh, by the way, on the last two offensive possessions, we've seen quality buckets from first bank. Now they're just turning it on.
As you said, turning it on is the reason why the first five are getting back to go on the court, because they need to have a feel of that game. Like I said, they need a minute. Now we're playing tomorrow. It's a semi-final tomorrow. You don't want your players going in so cold. They need to get that minute. They need to have a proper feel. They need to have more feel of the court. And I'm glad the coaching crew of First Bank have also been able to give their bench some quality minutes in this game, because it's the semi-final. You need as many hands as possible. You never can tell who's going to become very hot on that team tomorrow. You never can tell who's going to get into foul troubles tomorrow. So you need everybody to be ready for the semi-final. It's going to be two hell of games. The two games tomorrow are going to be very competitive, very interesting. There are games you wouldn't want to miss. You either make your way to the Edo Sports Hall, or you make your way to YouTube, One Sport TV on YouTube, to get the live action of all the games that will be taking place tomorrow, and also to get a pre-game analysis from the stables of One Sport TV. And now it's a timeout for Air Warriors, and it's a 25-point game now with 3 minutes 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
I think this game is a foregone conclusion. I mean, we're just going through the rings at this point. The coaches of Air Warriors are trying to just talk up their ladies to give it, a final push before the game ends.
Basketball lovers. Tomorrow's semi-final will start by 1 p.m. Tomorrow's first semi-final by 1 p.m. Let's get to see how the roller coaster of this defining moment in the 2025 Zenith NBBF Basketball League Final semi-final goes tomorrow. Don't forget that we're rushing everywhere on this Friday, and that rolls into a very peaceful weekend with very interesting games to watch.
Ball up now, set up. Wait, yeah. Hey! Down. Good job!
We're probably scared or escorted out of the gym by security personnel to protect them from teams and coaches and evil players, and like the officiating in Nigeria has increased, and that has also led to an increase in the number of the Nigerian basketball referees that we see covering international events. This year alone, we've had the likes of Kingsley, Komola Falabi, Joyce, Sam, all covering major international tournaments organized by FIBA, and we can only they can only continue to get better and better.
So get ready to see into some action, exciting moment, where everybody will be dancing as the games unravel themselves tomorrow. Dolphins, Royal Aces, first game. First band, then was NBBF. Second game, we get started by 1 p.m.
Potentially between
30-point game now. I am certain Air Warriors cannot wait for the game to end. Now Nkem is just forcing up shots. She has to do better with her shot selection.
just advance with the pass to
Basketball
Maryland.
fantastic progression there. That is how to run fast break offense. Run the
Beautiful,
wings, share the ball, and find open teammates.
beautiful exchange of passes there by the first bank team that ended up with Maryland putting the ball in the basket. Maryland is now up to double digits in points for the first time this final 8. She has her numbers up.
Fourth quarter of the 4th game of the day between First Bank and Air Warriors. First Bank
31
is
points.
up 31 points. I mean, if we didn't know before, and now we are certain that First Bank is not a good team, beating white, black, and red out of Air Warriors.
And blue, they're wearing blue
I forgot the
too.
blue.
Yeah. They're wearing blue.
Whatever could have gone wrong today has gone wrong for Air Warriors.
Yeah.
But I mean, they gave a good showing. The team looks very young, and they showed that they will be here next year to probably give us a better showing.
And they can always keep their heads up high. It's not easy. Like we've been reiterating, they were not here last year, not because they did not qualify. So back-to-back qualification means we will see them next year. 1 minute 18 seconds
I'm going to
left.
put you on the spot, Larry. I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
Give me your finalists.
Oh my god. Okay, so last year I predicted Customs and MFM, and that was all we got. This year I'm going to predict MFM and First Bank.
That's not going to happen. Because MFM and First Bank are playing tomorrow.
No, it's MFM and
First Bank.
Royal Aces.
No,
it's Royal Aces and
So it would have been that way if
Hold on.
First Bank had lost this.
Oh yeah, Dolphins and Royal Aces plays tomorrow. Oof. I'm really sorry though, but I don't just see how Royal Aces will go past Dolphins. I don't think that's gonna happen. So my final list is Dolphins and MFM. Sorry First Bank. Sorry Royal Aces.
Finally, Air Warriors have cut it down to 29. Do we have a comeback with 25 seconds
You
of the
got that cut it down.
Maximilian won scored for 2 points.
Marilyn has put a clinic on today on post moves and how to handle yourself when you're in the paint. I mean, from her rebounding to her scoring to her putbacks. I mean, thank you for watching this game with us. 31-point win for First Bank.
It's always nice doing this with you guys.
Yes, we shall be seeing you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Come prepared. Don't just watch online. Come to the Indoor Sports Hall, National Stadium, Surulere.
Full time.
Yeah. From us here at One Plus TV, have a fantastic evening.
One Sports TV.
One Sports TV. Have a fantastic evening.
And it is ended.